The triple volley at the Battle of Nagashino never actually existed. Hidden is another truth, one that textbooks fail to tell. Given the structure of matchlock guns at the time, it was impossible to continuously fire 3,000 guns simultaneously. So what was the actual tactic shown in historical records? Yet, why then was Nobunaga's legend of the triple volley created and passed down through generations? Behind it lay a profound intention, powerful enough to rewrite history itself. This video will unravel why the triple volley was deemed false, what Oda Nobunaga's true strategy was, and why this legend persists to this very day. Now, let us delve into the truth of Nagashino, buried in the shadows of history. The main feature will also detail the little-known role of the defensive palisades. In May 1575, Nagashino Castle found itself besieged by an army of 15,000 led by Takeda Katsuyori. It was a crucial stronghold for the Tokugawa clan. The Takeda army boasted an overwhelming cavalry force, inherited from Takeda Shingen, the Tiger of Kai, and was feared as the strongest of its era. In response, the Oda Tokugawa allied forces arrived late. Nobunaga possessed a vast quantity of the era's most advanced weapon, the matchlock gun. Their number is said to have reached 3,000, yet matchlock guns of that period required considerable time to load, making continuous rapid fire like modern firearms impossible. From loading to firing, it took at least 15 seconds. This was the physical limit of the triple volley and highlighted its impracticality in battle. Even if 3,000 guns were fired simultaneously, the Takeda cavalry would have completed their charge and plunged the enemy into chaos before the next round could be loaded. Furthermore, the enormous consumption of gunpowder and the challenge of managing gunpowder, which was vulnerable to moisture, meant not all guns were always usable. The Takeda forces failed to capture Nagashino Castle, and the Oda Tokugawa allied army arrived. Nobunaga began preparations to confront the Takeda in open battle. The Battle of Nagashino was a clash between the era's cutting-edge weapon, the matchlock gun, and traditional cavalry tactics. It marked a historical turning point. So, did Nobunaga truly plan the triple volley? We will now explore his actual tactics and the background of this legend. The first mention of the triple volley appears in the Shinsho Koki, written during the Edo period. No prior records contain such a description. Other historical documents from the same period describe the deployment of firearms, but none explicitly mention a specific tactic like the triple volley. From this, it is highly probable that the triple volley was a later fabrication or an exaggeration intended to emphasize Nobunaga's innovativeness. So, what tactics did Nobunaga actually employ? The keys lay in defensive palisades and the concentrated deployment of firearms. The Oda army erected multiple layers of defensive palisades on a small hill, separated by the Rengo River. This was a crucial defensive position against the Takeda cavalry. These palisades significantly reduced the charging speed of the Takeda cavalry and slowed their movement, making it easier for the firearm units to take aim. The firearm units were positioned inside the defensive palisades, patiently awaiting the Takeda army's approach. They were deployed in segments, not all at once. It's highly probable that the 3,000 firearms were divided into multiple units, with each unit successively delivering volley fire. Was this the prototype for the triple volley? In other words, rather than a perfect triple volley, the Takeda cavalry was worn down by continuous concentrated fire, shot successively. This is considered Nobunaga's most realistic firearm strategy, considering the limitations of matchlock guns at the time. So why was the legend born? Oda Guchi, the author of Shinsho Koki, was a vassal of Nobunaga. His work is believed to have been supplemented even after Nobunaga's death. The Shinsho Koki was written around the time Nobunaga was on the verge of unifying Japan, or perhaps after the Honnoji incident. The era was undergoing monumental changes. There was a need to establish Nobunaga's image as the hero who would end the Sengoku period and to convey his great achievements to future generations. The triple volley was the perfect episode to symbolize Nobunaga's innovativeness and genius. It became a dramatic story, heralding the dawn of a new era, deeply imprinted on people's hearts and passed down through time. Later historians and military chronicles eagerly adopted it, solidifying it as a widespread legend of Nobunaga. During the Edo period, with rising literacy rates, it spread widely among commoners. It became a theme for kabuki and koden storytelling, transforming into a tale known by all. It also served to enhance Nobunaga's charisma and reinforce the legitimacy of the Oda clan, and by extension, the Tokugawa shogunate. It's a facet of history's narrative power. This was the result of the narrative value, how people wanted it to be told, taking precedence over truth in history. History is always told by the victors. So, how did the Battle of Nagashino appear through the eyes of the Takeda army? The Battle of Nagashino concluded with the devastating outcome of the Takeda cavalry's annihilation. Its impact was immense. 3 of the Takeda's 4 great generals, Baba Nobuharu, Yamagata Masakage, and Nato Masatoyo, perished in this battle. It was an immeasurable loss for the Takeda clan. Estimates suggest the Takeda army suffered over 10,000 casualties, while the Oda Tokugawa allied forces lost around 2,000, an overwhelming disparity. The essence of this battle was not merely the power of firearms, but a victory of terrain and combined tactics. Defensive palisades, concentrated firearm deployment, and a surprise attack on the Takeda main camp by a detached force led by Shibata Katsui cornered the Takeda army. The Oda army amassed a large number of firearms on the battlefield and devised ingenious ways to maximize their effectiveness. However, while the volley fire of firearms was effective, the fundamental issue of slow reloading had not been overcome. Perhaps that is why a more dramatic and innovation-emphasizing narrative like the Triple Volley was needed. In later generations, this legend became indispensable for emphasizing Nobunaga's progressive vision and legitimizing his path to unifying Japan. The Battle of Nagashino brought a major turning point to Sengoku period tactics. So, where lies the reason textbooks erased this truth? Why was the Triple Volley deemed false? Because of the technological limitations of firearms at the time and the lack of clear descriptions in contemporary historical records. What was Nobunaga's true strategy? It was a complex battle plan involving solid defensive positions using palisades and terrain, combined with dispersed yet concentrated volley fire from firearm units. Why did the legend persist to this day? It became entrenched as a story symbolizing Nobunaga's charisma and innovation, spread through later military chronicles and education. History, at times, prioritizes narrative value, how people want it to be told over factual truth. Even the history we know may have transformed and taken on new meanings as it was passed down through generations.
History still hides untold stories. Subscribe for more forgotten history.